Hey guys, I'm Erin Holt from Erin Holt Health. This is Emily Bean from from Bikram Yoga in Epping, and we're bringing you guys a Fueled+Fit program starting on February 6th. So I wanted to take a minute to talk a little bit about what the program entails, answer some frequently asked questions. If you come on live, you can chime right in with any questions that you have and we'll get those answered for you too. So first things first, Fueled+Fit is a 21-day nutrition and wellness program. It's not a diet. It's really teaching you how to think about the way that you eat, learn what foods feel really good in your body, and just learn some different ways to cook the food, figure out how your body responds to different foods. So it's a little bit of a different approach than you may have taken with other diets in the past. I've been running these programs as group programs for about 5 years now with some really good success. It's all virtual, so you don't have to be anywhere. You can jump in even if you're living across the country. It's all done through email, through Facebook, and that's that. So do you have anything to say before we get into?
No,
okay.
Not yet. I'm sure I'll think of things.
Okay. So I want to start by asking the questions that I normally get when people are thinking about joining the program but not really sure. The first one is, can I do this if I'm traveling? So a lot of people travel for work or have things that pop up. And my answer is it's going to be a little bit more challenging because you do need to be in your kitchen a little bit more. But having said that, I really want people to focus on how to make change within the parameters of their own life. So if you travel, that's real life. And I think it's all about making the best choices that you can with the situation that you're in. So I always encourage people, I have a lot of people that do this program while they're traveling, and I encourage them to do it and just go for it. It's really focusing on progress and making change, and even if it's baby steps, one foot in front of the other versus, oh, I have to completely revamp my whole eating world overnight. It's not about the perfection. I want to encourage people to really let go of that perfection, black and white mentality. Now, if you're going to be on vacation during this time, then that might not be the best time to start something like this. If you're going to be home for vacation and you have some extra free time, then that's great. But if it's going to be a stressor, there's daily emails that you have to read, and if that sort of thing, if being on a schedule like that is going to be a stressor on vacation, then I say maybe wait till the next one. Another question that I get is, can I do this if I'm a vegetarian or if I don't eat a lot of meat? And yes, you absolutely can. The program has 3 different levels. One of those levels is targeted toward vegetarian. One of my more recent features is a vegetarian guide. So as a vegetarian, this is something to definitely look at and figure out what nutrients to focus on, what specific foods to focus on to make sure you're in a good nutrient status as a vegetarian. So you can definitely do this program if you don't eat any meat or animal products. Another question is, can I do this if I am gluten-free or if I have celiac disease? And absolutely you can. The whole program, in fact, is gluten-free. So it's a really good thing if you have any digestive upset, which a lot of people who are gluten intolerant or have celiac disease do. So it kind of helps to reset your gut and really supports gut health. So if there's any type of inflammation going on, this can lower that. This program can help to do that. So it's a really good program if you do have gluten intolerance. The next question I get, and this is probably the biggest one, is, can I do this if I'm busy? How do I know if I have enough time to do this? And busy is kind of a subjective thing. This is the one that I struggle with because I firmly believe that you do need to prepare your own food in order to achieve health. You just have to eat more home-cooked foods, less processed food, less convenient food, less restaurant food. And so for some people, if they're relying heavily on packaged food or convenience food, then getting in the kitchen more is going to be more time-consuming. I do give a lot of tips and tricks for those of us that are busy and have full schedules on how to bang out a lot of your food for the week in a short period of time. There's a batch cooking guide there. I do give a lot of helpful suggestions in that arena. But if you're not doing any home cooking at all, then I would say that you need to carve out some time to do some more home cooking, because that's what this program is really all about. I'll throw in too, I talked about travel before. I also have a travel guide in the program, and that can be helpful if you do often travel for work. So sticking with the whole time and busy thing, how much time does this program take? I'd say the biggest bulk of time is getting prepared for it. So there is, you started off with a PDF book. It's almost 100 pages long. And so that takes some time to pick through, and then to do your grocery shopping, get prepared for the program. That's going to take the biggest bulk of your time. And from there, it's just a daily email with a recording or a short PDF or a short video to look at. So it's about 10 minutes a day of reading new material for the 21 days of the program. Now, because we want to encourage people to devote time to getting prepared for this program, we're actually offering a discount. So if you sign up by January 30th, you'll save $10 on the program. It will be $85. From there on out, it will be $95. And we will leave registration open right up to the very end. It starts Monday, February 6th. But to encourage you to give yourself the time and the space to prepare so you're not feeling really stressed out when you start, we do want to offer that discount to you guys. So that's the bulk of the questions that I get. If anyone's on here live and wants to jump in with questions of their own, please feel free. We'll wait a few minutes.
While we're waiting, I thought of one question I feel like people have. Can I come back? Sorry.
Just a little glitch in the matrix.
We had a problem.
So the question was, okay, so people with families, if you have family members, actually that's a really good question, because that's one of the things that I love the most about this program is seeing the trickle down effect of parents adopting this lifestyle, or let's say mom jumps on board, right? And then kind of by default, dad gets on board, and then the kids start to eat some different things because you're making different things that you might not, and exposing your family to different foods. That isn't to say that you're putting your kids on a diet, not at all, but they're just becoming more and more exposed to different foods that they might not have otherwise eaten. And I see that a lot, that it's actually a really beneficial thing for family members.
Yeah, and when I did the program, my husband would eat like Lucky Charms and Gatorade for the rest of his life. And the stuff I made, he would eat, and he liked it. So that was really exciting for me.
Yeah. And
he helps me. Last night he helped me make the muffins.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, basically he made them, and I watched.
He cleaned up.
And he cleaned too. But another thing I was thinking too, if you do decide to do the program, I really recommend printing out the PDF guide. You can just go on Staples and send it to them to print for like $4, and it's so much easier to have it like printed out and have it in your kitchen because of all the recipes.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
It's nice to have.
I share everything through Dropbox files, so if you have the Dropbox app on your phone, you can easily access it. So that's kind of nice. I'm kind of like you. I like to have like hard copies and see things printed out. But if you're on the go and doing grocery shopping, everything can be right in your phone too, all of the files. So that's kind of a nice option. All right, so it doesn't look like anybody has any questions. We will post this video so you can see it later on. If you know anybody that might be interested in this program, you could definitely share. We'd encourage you to do that. You don't have to go to this studio. You don't have to go to Bikram Yoga Epping in order to be a part of this program. You can jump on.
I just thought of one other thing before we go. Just talking a little bit about how collaborative this is with workouts and not just yoga, like any type of workout. How awesome it is. Yeah, it is.
It's definitely, when I first started this program, I had active women and men in mind. So it's definitely something that supports all forms of exercise, not just yoga. If you're a CrossFitter, awesome. If you like spin, if you just walk, Pilates bar, all of it. This is a great program. So you don't have to be a yogi in order to do it. Obviously, as yogis, we would encourage you to try it out because it's been an awesome practice for us, but it's not a necessary part of the program by any means.
And I just saw a couple more people just join at the end, so you guys can just kind of rewind and go back and watch from the beginning. If you think of any questions after, just email me and I'll forward them over to Erin and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, my email is erin@erinholthealth.com. So if you do have questions, you can absolutely send them my way. I know sometimes starting off on a new program can be really overwhelming and stressful, and you go back and forth. So if you're going back and forth in your mind and have questions, just get them out, just ask me, because I can hopefully guide you in the right direction.
All right, that's it, I think.
All right, you guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on February 6th.